sound up here. Okay, that's a little better. Hold up, y'all. I'll be starting it in a second. I should throw a video up telling people to come in, shouldn't I? I love right when I'm about to start this, all these freaking niggers start messaging me. Okay, let me add this fool. I was just about to until people freaking started. Yeah, I should just go on do not disturb. How the hell am I still getting messaged? Alright, fine, nigga. Shout out to freaking Lydell Washington, aka the Zaire5000, aka accept that challenge and stop being a bitch. Where's this full name? Here he is. This guy seems like your typical MVP kind of like nigga, so I'm not expecting much, but let's do this.
Yes. So, these developers are going to be able to
Watch that Dr. Trey video.
Yeah, hold on, though. Let me close this shit down. Hold on.
Alright.
Okay, alright. Yeah. Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Nah, I'm saying, what you want to debate about, bro?
You said you were going to prove to me that Nintendo's for kids.
Oh, you beg to differ?
Yeah.
So you gonna tell me their biggest market? I mean, sorry, their more fans are adults than children?
Actually, yeah.
Oh no. Hey, listen. So listen, I real shit here. Like I said, and most people think that I hate Nintendo. I'm not a Nintendo hater. No, I'm just being real.
No, it's not about that, but yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying. Since I was a child, Nintendo had the same goddamn, I guess, art with their games since then. They have not changed whatsoever. You know what I mean? And I guess because that's the more or less what they gear. What's the president of Nintendo, Iwata? They said they gear their games mostly towards children. That's who, believe it or not, children play far more, hours of video games. Not you and I do. I mean, we're adults. You go to school or you work or whatever the goddamn case may be. You know what I mean? But you don't see too many motherfucking how you say when you have midnight launches for Wii games. If there are any, maybe with Mario, maybe.
There's been plenty of midnight launches for Wii games.
Okay, what Wii games? Those lines don't be wrapped around the corner like Halo.
There was a midnight release for Smash Bros. There's a midnight release for Xenoblade. There's a midnight release for the Conduit games. There was a midnight release for Metroid Prime 3.
How many copies does Xenoblade sell?
In the U.S., okay, let me see. In the U.S. or altogether?
No, just whatever. I mean, whatever.
Oh, it sold 700K.
Okay, all right, okay. That's a pretty good number for a Wii game, a third-party game, because only Nintendo's first party.
Xenoblade's first party.
Well, that's bad for shit. That's bad for a goddamn Nintendo game, then. That's bad. Compared to motherfucking Mario Galaxy and Wii Sports and shit, like, that's bad.
Well, one, it's a new IP, and two, the game had over 1 million illegal downloads in the U.S. alone.
You don't mean nothing.
That means everything.
The Xbox 360 is the most pirated goddamn system of this generation. That means nothing. You know what I mean? That means nothing because come on, you gotta get some better than that shit. Come on, because we had 1 million downloads. How many fucking downloads did with Halo 4?
No, I'm saying if a new IP sells 700K with over 1 million illegal downloads, that's saying that it would have sold a lot more if it weren't for the downloads. But I mean, 700K, that's still great in itself for a new IP.
No, and you have 95 fucking million fucking Wii's in the world. That's poor. The Wii sold 95 fucking million systems.
The majority of Wii owners are casuals. Like nobody's, arguing that.
Exactly, my man. I'm glad you said that. Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like nobody's arguing that, but the debate here is Nintendo for kids.
Is it for kids? I mean, well, like this. I say this. Nintendo's biggest fan base, honestly, bro, and you don't see too many motherfucking adults being real. Bumping their fist with goddamn.
How could you say that being in this YouTube community?
Listen, I know a lot of goddamn gamers. And believe it or not, on some real shit, bro, I got a Wii for my birthday. It was a gift. My wife gave me. No bullshit. and you can't go from playing the Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3 and really take that shit seriously. That shit just came out when we had.
I do it all the damn time. I go from PC to Wii.
Wait, let me say this. So the Wii sold 95 million systems, right?
Yeah.
And you're saying that it was 1 million illegal downloads. Well, Gears of War sold 5 million copies. Gears of War 1, something like that, worldwide, and with over probably 3 million illegal downloads. That's nothing. Nintendo they first party sell good shit. You know what I mean? And Nintendo has no.
Wait, you talking about Gears of War 1?
Yeah.
Gears of War 1 had over 1 million illegal downloads.
Oh hell yeah! You know how many motherfuckers I know that got fucking modded Xboxes? Are you serious? Before the security update? Oh man, bro, you can't be for real.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just haven't heard of that.
No, I mean most motherfuckers don't talk about about Xbox 360 games getting pirated because it is. It is goddamn PC, I'm to say. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers love to hack Microsoft. You know what I mean?
Well, at the same time, you can list plenty of PS3 and 360 games that have sold like absolute crap that are for the hardcore gamer, such as Starhawk. Xenoblade sold more than Starhawk in the U.S.
Sony's first party, that Starhawk was ass. Okay, I'm not going to negate that.
But I mean, it's more than Starhawk though. Like a lot of Sony's games have not sold as well.
I'm not. I mean, okay, Sony's not my choice of system.
Well, I mean, that's not the point here. You're trying to downplay Xenoblade sales when Xenoblade has sold a lot more than some Sony exclusives.
Okay. Well, I'm just talking about Microsoft. I'm just talking about between Microsoft and Nintendo. Well, you're absolutely right. Sony's has more. I say more exclusive than the 360, but 360's exclusive sell far more than goddamn Sony's. Okay, I'm not negating that. All right, but for that, they have 95 million fucking systems in the world, and they only sell 700,000. That's bad. That's bad. So 700,000 adults maybe have bought that goddamn. You know what I mean? So basically.
Well, like I said, the majority of those sales are just soccer moms and.
Thank you. Nintendo's has been in last place since the Move and Connect came out. It's been in last place just about every month. It is. They only sold fucking 95,000 systems.
Yeah, because everybody and their mama has a Wii already.
Exactly. So what makes you think the Wii U is going to be any different? Were you impressed with what they showed at E3?
No, that was a terrible conference.
Okay. But you were so hard. You were so hard on Microsoft shit. You know what I mean? How horrible was that shit at Nintendo Land? Are you fucking kidding me?
Did you not watch my video?
Yeah, but you bashed Microsoft.
And I bashed Nintendo 3 times.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. Microsoft shit was far more better than goddamn Nintendo shit. That shit,
I said that myself. You're arguing about something I never even said.
Okay, I just want to say this. Like your man Dr. Trey said, I made 4 videos about the Wii U. And okay, I understand that. All I ever said was that what they showed at E3, what the Wii U is supposed to be aimed at, is does not look too much better than what we're playing now. That's all that I ever said. It doesn't look too much better than what we're playing now. And you said that the Wii, you said the 720 is not going to be that much more powerful than the Wii, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I beg to differ. You know what I mean? I beg to differ. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, originally this debate was supposed to be about Nintendo being for kids, but go ahead.
Even though this is just an open goddamn discussion. There's a lot of guys, you know what I mean? You say a lot of guys. You want to go back to your children, so up front, they fucking.
No, I mean, you could go on about the 720 stuff. I was just saying.
Okay, whatever. But we can think about being children. I mean, whatever. So you said, what's basically what you're telling me right now that, and you're saying, okay, so fuck soccer moms, and you're telling me that Xenoblade only sold 700,000 copies, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Nintendo, I say, do the numbers. Numbers don't lie, right? Numbers don't lie, right? You have you said 700,000 copies. So you would say more. That was more of an adult game. Xenoblade, I never played it, so I might go buy it. That was like a game for adults.
I mean, it's not rated M or anything. It's like a
Well, a mature game, not like Donkey Kong Country or something. A little more older game or something.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So hey, bro. You're basically saying what I'm saying, because if you guys had this flagship title, Xenoblade, and only sold 700,000 copies to no children. My 5-year-old daughter doesn't know about Xenoblade. You know what I mean? So I don't really get what you're saying.
So because Xenoblade didn't sell as much as like New Super Mario Bros. Wii, then that means that Nintendo is mainly for not Nintendo is for kids.
I bet you if that would have been a goddamn Pokemon, it was sold 1.5 million goddamn, or a children's character, because they made their guess geared more.
So if a kiddie game sells a lot, then that means that company's target audience is kids.
What's Nintendo saying? They're going back to what? The core market. Because they were making games for fucking children. Their system was for fucking kids.
They're making a lot of games for casuals. Not kids, casuals. And yeah, casuals include kids, but they're not limited to kids.
So okay, Pokemon, that's not for children? Pikmin 3, that's not for kids?
That's an RTS, dude.
I'm saying that's not for children?
No, it's an RTS. RTSs are not for children.
That whole graphic design, the way that the game is made,
so if a game is colorful, it's for kids.
You beg to differ?
So Borderlands is for kids?
Borderlands is violent.
It's colorful.
It's violent.
It's colorful. How about do you know Valkyria Chronicles?
The first Grand Theft Auto was colorful, but was that for kids?
How about Valkyria Chronicles?
It still has violence.
There's no blood or anything. It's not mature at all. It's all anime, cel shaded like. That appeals to kids, but it is not a game for kids.
Come on, man.
Super Meat Boy. That's not for kids.
Oh man, this guy here, man. Hey, listen, my man, you ain't gonna take an L, huh?
Huh?
You my man. You ain't never wrong, man. So all right. So listen. Here's the thing. They're not for children, right? Here's your here's E3. This is your flagship. You're coming out the next gen system out of the gate, and you show Lego Cop, or Lego whatever the fuck that is, and you're telling me that system is not geared for children. Nintendo's not for goddamn children. Is what you're telling me?
It's a conference, dude.
I'm saying though. Is this what you're telling me?
It's a conference. A conference does not reflect a console's whole entire lifespan. If that was the case, then the PS3 would be utter shit based off Sony's E3 2006 conference.
What this? What this? I mean, Sony was shit for many goddamn years. They just got okay with it last year.
No, I'm just saying a bad conference that hardly means anything.
No, I'm saying
it just means it was a bad conference, and like that's pretty much it.
I'm asking you, if Nintendo, I'm telling you, Nintendo was more or less for children, okay? If you're telling me, where were their mature games that they showed besides Mass Effect 3? Okay, they didn't really show that, but here it is. This is a flag, the first and next 8th generation system out of the goddamn game. They showed Pikmin 3 and goddamn Nintendo Land. Are you serious?
And what did Sony and Microsoft show?
Well, you saw what, Tomb Raider?
No, I'm talking about at the year of their launches. The 360 PS3 launches.
For the 360, they showed the Dark. Microsoft showed a lot of shit. Are you serious? Gears of War. They showed a lot of goddamn games. Are you serious?
They really didn't. I mean, there was a couple, but it wasn't a landslide. Basically, the point I'm making is, at the launch of a system, there's not going to be these 50 big, huge titles announced for the system. There's going to be a few, some multiplats, and like that's going to be pretty much it for a couple of months.
Pikmin 3? Come on, man.
What about it?
Shitting me. If you fucking Nintendo's not for goddamn children, where the fuck is their online? What?
They have online.
Oh, you call that online? Are you serious? Are you gonna say that's just
they have online. What are you talking about?
Come on, don't spread. That's your story. So where the fuck is their online? Huh?
What do you mean where is it? They have online. What are you talking about?
So that's what you want.
So I can't get on my Wii and play online?
You calling it? So wait, I'm asking you this. If they take that same model that they have with the Wii to the Wii U,
they're not using the same model.
I'm asking you. No, you said they have online. Would you be happy with that?
No, I wouldn't.
Huh?
No, I wouldn't.
No. Huh? You be happy with that?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, why is that? Why not?
Because it was lackluster.
Why was it lackluster? It was what, kid friendly, right? It's for children, right?
The Franco's part, yeah, pretty much.
Okay, bro. So what? Nintendo's biggest. Oh, they said fuck their adults. We're gonna ignore it. We're gonna make these spring codes for what? For the children, right? And so if you're saying
to keep kids safe, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So basically, Nintendo's for fucking kids, right?
No. No.
So listen what you're telling me now. Come on, you gotta be honest here. Come on.
There's a difference between including and being exclusive to. You're telling me that Nintendo is exclusive to kids. That is what you're telling me right now. Is that what you're telling me?
95.9999 of Nintendo shit is for goddamn children, bro. Come on, man.
So Metroid.
Okay, Metroid.
So Fire Emblem. So Pandora's Tower, which is rated M.
You saying 3 games in what?
So Zangief. So The Last Story. So Xenoblade. So Fatal Frame. So Golden Sun. So F-Zero.
Right.
So Sin and Punishment.
Okay.
So Disaster Day of Crisis.
Are these millions selling copies? Any of these games selling the millions?
Yeah, some of them.
What? Listen, bro. Listen. Like you said, numbers don't lie. third-party games on the Wii sell like shit.
And now we're talking. You sidestep that completely, and you're
I'm
talking
not
about
sidestepping
sales.
anything. I can go, but I can say I can name 50 kitty games for the goddamn 360. But, you know what I mean? Children's games, Batman, Lego, and all that shit. That doesn't mean that Microsoft is for goddamn children.
Look,
I can
dude.
name 50 goddamn
What you're talking about is the topic of the debate is Nintendo for kids. What you're saying, the point you're trying to make is that the majority of the Wii audience is casual or kids, whatever. But that's the Wii's user base. You're talking about is Nintendo for kids.
Why is that the Wii? Listen, all right, you only get your last. You're not talking about the 64. All right, we're talking about the Wii, okay? Why is that the majority of their user base are children? Why? Is that
because the motion controls appeal to the casuals?
Come on, I don't call a child a casual. You know what I mean? But anyway, why? Because
majority of them are.
Answer my question when you said about the online, because if Nintendo didn't base their business towards children, they would have gave the adults a 7-something to play online, right? Am I right or wrong?
We do have an online system to play online with. What are you talking about?
But you said they had the Wii. That's for children. The Wii Code and Wii Friend Code. You just said that was more or less for children, right?
Yeah, but that's not like the whole online infrastructure. You're saying because they had friend codes, then like it somehow doesn't have online or something.
I didn't say that.
I could go right now on an online game.
You can go online. That's not what I said. I didn't say that you couldn't go online and play with someone else and out there. You can play Mario Kart with somebody. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
you said they have no online. That's your word for word. They have no online. That's what you said.
Well, listen. Well, I said what I said was that if they take the same infrastructure that they have on the Wii, they're online, and put it on the Wii U, will you be happy with that? You said no.
No.
Because it was lackadaisical. I said, why? Because the friend goes and says more or less for children, right? And I'm telling you, if Nintendo wasn't for children, wasn't for kids, they would have put up a separate version, I guess whatever the case may be, for the adults to enjoy.
I already countered that point.
How did you counter that point?
I said there's a difference between excluding and being exclusive to. That was the counter, which you did not refute.
What you mean not refute? Look, oh man, this guy, you talking in circles. You saying you throwing a fresh coat on paint on some dog shit. If I'm telling you, prime example, just hear me out. Now listen, you have Xbox 360, you have Xbox Live, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The reason why Xbox Live, I guess, is more so successful, I believe this Xbox Live wouldn't be as successful as it had that Wii code, that Wii friend thing, because most of Microsoft's audiences are adults, right? And their business more towards adults, right?
They would just deal with it, and it would pretty much have just as many. Nobody is going to be like, oh, I'm not going to go on Xbox Live because I have to use friend codes. Nobody's going to do that, dude.
No, I'm just saying.
Nobody's going to do that.
Nobody's going to do what? Say it again?
Nobody's going to refuse to get on Xbox Live because of friend codes.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, okay?
That's what you were implying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you, to be honest, with Xbox Live, if it had friend codes, it would give us more to children, will it be as successful as it is right now? Microsoft's biggest fan base,
if they had everything there, except they switched out the gamer tags for friend codes, it would virtually be exactly the same, dude. It would just be harder to add your friends, and that's pretty much it.
You got music, you got movies. Are you serious? You got.
That's not what you were talking about. You said if they had friend codes.
Service. I said their online service.
You said if they had friend codes, would it be as successful? That's exactly what you said.
Well, if they had the same thing that Nintendo had, and that was their version of that, would it be as successful as it is? Because Microsoft gives their business more towards adults, right?
You didn't say if Microsoft had Nintendo's online. You said if Microsoft had friend codes. That's what you said.
Okay, I gotta be more, I guess, direct to the point, word for word. If Microsoft had the same business model as that Nintendo had, and geared that, you know what I mean, would it be as successful as today? Because Microsoft, listen, I'm asking you, they have their biggest audience is adults, right? Would you agree?
I'd say it's pretty much 50-50 for Microsoft.
This guy.
Have you played Call of Duty on Xbox Live?
They're still on Nintendo. Yes, I play Call of Duty. Okay.
Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
anyways, moving on.
Okay. You have kids everywhere. But
Oh,
go to the midnight launch.
how about that?
Step in. A bunch of grown ass motherfucking men. In their 40s, in their 50s. I'm just being real. You look at the sales. You know, you don't see too many adults going to the counter with Mario Sunshine. You see what? Children, right?
Well, considering that's a GameCube game, no, I do not see grown people taking up Super Mario Sunshine. No.
Yeah, it's for children, right? Some of Nintendo's biggest, all that dog. You don't see too many adults going to the counter with Donkey Kong Country. It's for what? They're children, right?
I actually saw a lot of people picking up Donkey Kong Country when I went to the midnight launch of
They was playing those Congo things too,
what
right?
game? What game was that?
They was banging the goddamn drum. Now I'm gonna be real. The GameCube was a lot better than the goddamn Wii. Were you? What? Let me ask you a question.
How was the GameCube better than
Are
the
you
Wii?
serious? Eternal Darkness?
No. I'm just curious as to your reasons why.
Because it had more mature game than the motherfucking Wii had.
Eternal Darkness and
Yeah, they had they had all the third party support that.
no, they didn't. No, you messed up right there. They had a few. They had like Resident Evil 4 and a couple of other games like that, but the GameCube still didn't have awesome third party support because of its disc size.
No.
You messed up right there. All Nintendo systems after the Super Nintendo have been known to have crappy third-party support.
Okay, I'll let you go to my go. Okay, the reason why Nintendo fucking didn't get too much third-party support because they did not help the developers. They were always been shitty to developers. That's why they're trying to mend that broken bridge now, going out kissing everybody's ass to try to help them make games for the goddamn Wii U. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, exactly, because since the GameCube, they have not had good third-party support, so you kind of just contradicted yourself.
How you nigga? You said they didn't know what you said. They didn't have third-party support because of the disc size. I said no. That disc size had nothing to do with it.
Wait, what?
The disc size only that
The disc size of the GameCube had nothing to do with its third-party support.
Talking about a dual layer fucking DVD. We're not talking about a blue. You acting like the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox had Blu-ray. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
No.
Games are not that goddamn long.
Bro,
Real.
the discs are exactly the reason why it didn't have as great third-party support as the PS2 and Xbox.
How many gigs did that small disc hold?
I think it was how many was it, y'all? Like 2.5 on a single layer?
With compression?
I guess I don't know. It just had 2.5 on a single layer.
Let me school you, right? Alright, now when you get these games, like you say, you take a game for an Xbox 360 has a dual layer disc, which is about 8.5 gigs, but one disc, like 2 gigs are for like security or something. But it's the way that they compress the games and put them on there, okay? And you want to think, last generation, you didn't have so many high, no high def graphics and all that shit like that, you know what I mean? The games weren't as big. You know what I mean? That disc may have been 2.5, but they probably could have got 5 gigs worth of goddamn media on that little disc from compression. So
if you were to compress something down to half of its size, you might as well not even port that over to the system.
Let's see. What do you think? What do you think the Xbox 360 does?
What are you talking about?
The stuff is compressed and put on that goddamn disc.
They're not going to give up the Xbox 360 because the Xbox 360 has over 60 million units sold and it's still selling more than the PS3. So of course they would work with the 360. The GameCube did not sell well, therefore ports going over to it was not worth it, especially considering the fact that a lot of the games couldn't even fit on the GameCube's disc anyways.
What's wrong with making 2 discs? That's what I mean. Xbox 360 has several games with fucking 2 or 3 discs. So the disc size, you can't say disc size.
I didn't say anything was wrong with that.
Oh, okay.
They're just certain. For instance, the reason why the 360 didn't get Metal Gear Solid 4 is because it required a Blu-ray disc, and there was a lot of huge games last generation that required more than just 2.5 gigabytes of space.
Okay, but
So a lot of third-party developers did not put their game on the GameCube because they didn't feel like going through all the trouble of trying to compress and fit into a disc. And
the real reason why they didn't put it on the GameCube because the adult games would not sell.
wait. What do you mean the main reason they wouldn't put their games on there? You said earlier that the GameCube had all the third-party support, didn't you?
They had better third-party support.
So now you're contradicting yourself.
No, you're talking about what I said was the GameCube had better third-party support.
You did say that. You said the GameCube had all the third-party support. That is exactly what you said.
This guy here.
You said the GameCube. Did you not say the GameCube has all the third-party support?
I didn't say all.
That is exactly what you said.
Honestly, what I'm saying, you said they didn't give me third-party support because of the disc side. I said no.
Among other reasons, yeah.
You didn't even let me give me a chance to finish the explaining. We had this one long topic about the disc, whatever the case may be. Nintendo doesn't do well with third-party sales. Really, only for the last couple of generations, only their first-party games sell well. It's the guys on it's true. Numbers don't lie. Why? Because Nintendo's biggest fan base are goddamn children.
The reasons why a lot of third-party games don't sell well on Nintendo systems is because these third parties have to compete with Nintendo games. That's the reason why. And third-party developers have said this themselves. So this isn't coming from me. This is coming from the developers themselves. Developers themselves, a lot of them are scared. Scared to release a game. They're scared to release a game around like a huge Nintendo release because if a Zelda's coming out, they're not going to want to release their game the same week as that Zelda game because they know all those Nintendo fans are going to go for that Zelda game instead.
Okay, bro, that's like saying someone wants to put out War against Halo. Okay, so every company has their flagship titles. That's what are you saying? Every fucking company has their flagship title.
And no company is like Nintendo. Nintendo sells more than anybody's. They have tons and tons. Yes. Yes. For instance, Donkey Kong Country Returns sold more than Uncharted 3. And that's a 2D side-scroller.
Okay. Did it sell more than Halo?
No, but there's plenty of other Wii games that have.
What, Wii Sports? It came bundled with the goddamn game?
No, Smash Bros.
Let me go to BT Choice right now. How many copies of Smash Bros sell? But listen, as I was saying, right? Before we got on Smash Bros, what did you say before then?
Donkey Kong Country Returns.
No, not before that. What were we talking about? I just wanted to tell you. If I'm telling you, if Nintendo's biggest, they don't gear their business towards children. Did Nintendo want Grand Theft Auto on their system? Remember, parents were all outraged about that. No, the children didn't want that on their system.
Like I said, nobody is sitting here arguing that kids don't love Nintendo. Nobody's saying that. All I'm saying is that Nintendo isn't limited to kids. That's all I'm saying.
Here's the question: when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out and you can do all 3D shit, Nintendo did not want that on their goddamn system. Why? Because their biggest fan base were children, and parents were upset and outraged. Am I right?
Yes, Nintendo has a lot of kid fans, yes. Nobody's arguing against that.
I won the goddamn debate. Why? Because their biggest fan base were children and parents were upset. Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong. Like I said, Nintendo has a lot of kids in their fan base, but you can't sit here. Okay, so Nintendo only makes games for kids. Is that what you're telling me?
Look at their catalog. Look at their fucking catalog. Numbers don't lie, bro. Look at their goddamn catalog.
Numbers.
Mario Sunshine.
Numbers.
35-year-old man. And if they're not making goddamn.
You do realize that kiddie games sell more on all three systems.
Are you going to tell me when they make Luigi Mansion, did they have adults in mind? Is that what you're telling me?
Mario and like Luigi games and stuff like that, that's pretty much for anybody. That's for everybody.
No,
unless Nintendo comes out and says, hey, this Mario game is for kids, then it's not for kids.
Now listen, when they make Luigi's Mansion, you trying to tell me that they did not have Nintendo in mind? I mean, children in mind?
No, I mean it's a game for everybody. Yeah. They had them in mind, but it wasn't made for them. It was made for anybody to enjoy.
They're not. They don't have children in mind. They're thinking about their older, adult crowd, right? It's not. You can say it's for everybody. Anybody can pick up a controller and play. Anybody can pick up a controller and play.
Anybody can pick up a controller and play, but that doesn't mean that a game is for anybody.
But I'm asking you this, Choke. Listen, and so you can Google this. Why did Nintendo not want Grand Theft Auto on their goddamn on that platform, Grand Theft Auto 3? Why?
They didn't want to anger the parents.
Why? Because their biggest because what? Their biggest fan base are fucking children.
You're saying Nintendo is for kids. That is your argument.
Well, and children, kids, what's the goddamn difference between the children?
I'm not saying there's difference in the words children and kids. You are saying as a grown man you shouldn't be a Nintendo gamer. That is what you're saying.
So you losing, baby. What's the difference? I'm telling you.
Let me ask you a question. Can I not be a Nintendo gamer?
What?
Am I too old to be enjoying Nintendo?
You can be whatever you want to be. You have a black president. You can be whatever you want to be.
No. Can I be a Nintendo at 18 years old?
It is. You can be whatever you want to be, Joe.
At 18 years old, is it weird for me to be a Nintendo fan? Am I too old for it?
I would think that you have child molester ways, yeah. Or, yeah. If I walk into your house and see you playing motherfucking Michael Jackson on the Wii, you and this motherfucker sweating by yourself, I would think you like children. I bullshit you not.
I don't have that game.
I'm about to say, Show, what's happening at Battlefield 3? Nah, man, I'm about to play this motherfucking Mario Sunshine. You up there flipping around?
When you come into my house, you're going to see me playing Metroid and Fire Emblem and Smash Bros. and Xenoblade.
What that game you just said? What game you just said? We're not talking about Metroid. What that game you just mentioned? You said if I come in your house and you playing goddamn Luigi's Mansion, I'm gonna think something's wrong with you. Yes? Would you agree? Come on, great debater.
No. I mean, me personally, myself, I don't really care for Luigi's Mansion. But if some 18-year-old dude wants to sit down,
why do you care for Luigi's Mansion?
It doesn't appeal to me. It looks boring.
Why does it look boring? Because it's what kind of kiddie?
No, because you're Luigi and it's like a 2D side scroll and you're going around in a mansion. The gameplay just looks boring to me. It's too slow paced.
Shokio right here, the all-time great debater. And this guy here, he's motherfucking dancing around in circles. You didn't even stick to the original point at first. No, I'm saying it's for fucking kids. I asked you, listen, and I was saving.
And then I list you a bunch of Nintendo-made games that aren't for kids, and you completely ignore it.
I can tell you a bunch of games that fucking kid games are made for the PlayStation 3. So what are you saying? I mean,
I'll tell you what it means. It means that Nintendo appeals to everybody. If they have games for kids, if they have games for teens, if they have games for teens, if they have games for kids, if they have games for teens, if they have games that appeal to the mature audience, then they are for everybody.
If it wasn't mainly for children, why did Nintendo not want to piss off those parents? Huh?
I've already answered that, dude.
Why? No, I'm asking you why.
Nintendo didn't want to piss off parents because they have a lot of kids in their fan base.
Majority. So listen. So if the kids didn't buy their games, right? If the kids didn't buy Nintendo games, all right. How many systems do you think would it sold? Wait, you think it would have sold 95 million systems?
If what? Say again.
If children didn't buy Wii's, if no children bought any goddamn Wii consoles, how many Wii's do you think were sold? Who would be sold? You think it would be 95 million?
No, it wouldn't be 95 million.
Would you think it'd be 60 million?
I don't know. It wouldn't be 60 million.
You think it would be 30 million?
I don't know. I can't give a specific number because it's pretty much that's something you could pretty much just randomly guess. So you're not making much of a point here because.
How do you think I'm not making much of a point? I said to you,
because that's all conjecture or whatever.
That's conjecture.
I think it would sell this much. I think it would sell that much. That's conjecture.
I'm asking your opinion because if Nintendo,
you can't really say now. Like I said, I think it would sell less than 60 million and like above 30 million, like around there, like somewhere in between there.
Okay, and you said why was not Sony worried about pissing off the parents? Because adults buy their systems, right? Or, you know what I mean?
And kids.
They gear that business more towards adults, right?
There was just as many kids on the PS2 as there was on the GameCube.
I'm not asking you that because they gear their business more like. So the PlayStation has far more adult games than children games.
Back in the day, they were pretty much just like Nintendo, dude.
Back in the day, are you serious?
Yes.
It's your
Name the games we played on PS1. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro the Dragon.
Okay.
Yeah. Kids, furry like mascot characters.
It also gave you Resident Evil.
Sony didn't drop all that until the PS3 came along. So Sony was pretty much just like Nintendo back in the day.
Resident Evil was for the PlayStation 1. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
I didn't say it doesn't have any adult games. I'm saying that Sony had games just like Nintendo. They both had similar kinds of titles back in the day.
But so did Microsoft. They had Blinks. I'm not saying that.
Exactly.
Joe?
I'm saying that Sony had just as many kids in their fan base as Nintendo did. Sony just didn't care about pissing off parents. That's all that was. They just didn't care. Sony's like, whatever.
So, all right, and now this is all.
It's money.
If Nintendo, real talk, and you can Google this, if they would have put up, so you said, all right, you said, I'm asking you this, so you don't think that Nintendo fan base is more or less children, or you think it's even?
It's pretty much, it's every, it includes people of all kinds of ages.
Also, if that's the case, then so why, if that do be the case, so how come those Xenoblades didn't sell like fucking Donkey Kong Country?
Because Donkey Kong is a 25-year-old established IP. Did you just compare a new IP to Donkey Kong, one of the most famous video game characters or franchises ever?
Halo was a new IP that sold millions. Gears of War was a new IP.
So every IP is supposed to be a big hit.
Huh?
Every IP is supposed to be a big hit.
Listen, there are 95 fucking million fucking Wii's out in the world, bro. And all you can give me is 700,000. You said because it's a new IP. And you talking about it's a great game? No, because the Nintendo's children don't give a fuck about Xenoblade. They fuck how good the game is, bro.
Yeah.
I was gonna lie. You can do statistics on that shit there. You said it didn't sell well because it was a new IP. I understand a few IPs that are branded that sold well, but that doesn't mean anything.
And I listed you a bunch of new IPs that didn't sell well, supporting my point.
For what? For what? For what platform?
Hold on.
You're gonna see Starhawk. I don't give a fuck about Sony. You're gonna see Starhawk and sell well, or whatever the goddamn case may be. Yeah, but nah, hey, come on, Show, don't choke, Show. Hey, Show, I'm putting you on YouTube, Show. Don't choke, Show. Come on.
My bad, man. My dad was calling me.
Don't worry about it. Go ahead and sit there.
What were you saying? Oh yeah, we were talking about the sales, whatever. So you're saying Xenoblade, since Xenoblade didn't sell well, then that means that,
hey, Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Joe. What's the matter, Walt? All right, I'm back, dude.
All right, so your logic is only sold 700,000, which you yourself said that was decent when we first started this debate, but now you're saying it's garbage. But you're saying it sold 700 million because it's all about the kids, or it's all about the kids, or whatever. So how about the logic behind any other new IP on any other system that sold less than that? What's the reasoning behind that?
Give me a new IP that sold less than 700,000, but 95 million fucking. How much did Alan Wake sell? It sold more than 700,000.
I don't know how much Alan Wake sold, but like I said,
more than 700,000.
Well, like I said, like Starhawk, for instance. You know, let me go to
You want a Microsoft exclusive? Fuck Sony. You want a Microsoft exclusive?
What exclusives?
You said pick one of their exclusives that didn't sell well.
Hold up. Pulling up VG.
Okay, so-
I'm pulling up VG charts because I didn't pay attention much to the 360 scene
Okay,
because
I'm
it
just
was
saying,
fucking.
alright.
Okay,
What's the-
Blue Dragon on the 360 sold 0.85 million.
Well, I'm sorry, what happened?
I said Blue Dragon sold 0.85.
850,000 copies.
Yeah.
And with the second year, when the Xbox 360 was on the market, it came out in 2006.
Second year, it had a bunch of sales by the second year.
I'm saying it came out in 2000. So listen, okay. So the Xbox 360 been on the market for not even a year or whatever. Came out. This guy's bugging. The Xbox 360 came out in 2005, right? Check it out. Now you make us look real bad, right? The Xbox 360 came out in 2005. I think Blue Dragon came out in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. Something like that.
Yeah. You got a good point there. Yeah.
850,000 copies, and the Wii U's been out for 6 years with 95 million fucking user base, and only sold 700,000 copies. Are you serious?
Yeah. I see what you're saying, but there's plenty of examples,
Let me
dude.
record this debate, cause you about to make me.
Yeah, I'm gonna upload it.
My man.
Like that was actually a good point there.
Yeah.
That was actually a good point there.
Okay.
But I'm saying there I could get an example. Like I said, I just don't know much about the 360's library when it comes to sales.
I like this, okay? When you do your homework on the 360s to sell, I want to make this fair, okay? That's my console there.
Let's
That's my console. Like you like Nintendo, I'm an Xbox fanboy, okay?
let's pull some 360 games that came out like 2010ish or whatever.
Exclusives. They ain't got many exclusives.
That'll be pretty dang hard.
Okay, exactly. But what they say, they don't have as many exclusives as Sony, but they sell 3 times the amount of Sony shit, right? Real talk.
Yeah. So what's Sony's excuse though?
Huh?
But what about Sony? Because I noticed you're trying to limit this to the 360 because you know if we go over to the Sony, if we go over to the Sony side, they're going to be completely destroyed. That's why I always like, oh no, let's go over to 360. Every single time I try to go to PS3.
On some real shit. Like, I have a PlayStation 3, but I can give 2 shits about the PlayStation 3.
That's besides the point.
But listen. My gamer tag is Zaire. You look at the game, I only buy Sony exclusives, okay? And I don't even buy all them shits, okay? And you look at my fucking gamer tag on the Xbox.
That's beside the point. That's beside the point.
What you mean beside the point? It's like
we're talking. You're saying, I just don't care about the PS3, so we're not going to bring it up. That doesn't matter.
It's like asking me to argue about the Mac or PC. I'm not a Mac or PC gamer. I casually play.
That's beside the point. We're talking about sales of new IPs.
Okay, well you can include them.
Okay, so can I go over to the PS3 now?
Well, listen, you can go wherever you want to go.
Well, I mean, you kept on keeping me in, over at the 360.
Okay, hey, you reaching out, man. Go with the
So tell me why Starhawk did not sell well. Why didn't it sell well?
Sony fans do not buy. They do not support. They broke their fist. They motherfuckers like Pyro, or they don't go out there and line and buy them goddamn games. That's why.
Well, I mean, I could just take your logic and say, oh, well, that's because Sony's for kids.
No,
but I mean, it's a new IP that didn't sell well. Out of 60 million, Starhawk couldn't breach 1 million. Surely that means that the majority of the users are casuals.
I never played it. I can't speak on something I never played. I didn't buy it.
That's beside the point. That's beside the point. You're sidestepping.
It's not beside the point.
It is beside the point.
But you saying Xenoblade is a great game. You played it, right? And only sold 700,000. I can't debate
with 1 million illegal downloads. Yes.
Okay, I can't debate with you about a game that I never played and say why it didn't sell. Maybe the game might have been trash. I don't know.
The game was decent.
I didn't play it, so you're telling me this. I'm taking your word. I never played the game. Now, if you let me go out and buy the game tomorrow, I can tell you how I didn't see it. I don't know why the game didn't sell that well, but it didn't like something I wanted to play, so I didn't buy it. Now, Gears of War, I'm on that. Metal Gear, I was on it.
So we can't say any game we haven't played. Any game we haven't played, we can't say why it didn't sell well.
Compare the sales of Heavy Rain to motherfucking Xenoblade. Do that then. Compare the sales of Metal Gear Solid to motherfucking Xenoblade. Let's do that then.
Like I said, nobody here is arguing that the majority of the
So you don't play the motherfucking Gran Turismo. Let's do that then.
Like I said, nobody here is arguing that the majority of Wii owners are, casuals and moms and things
No,
of
they're
that nature.
kids.
What?
I'm gonna ask my wife, right? She's a school teacher, right? And kids are what? What are your kids like? They like Nintendo? Her first graders love Nintendo. Say it again, baby. You heard that? Did you hear it?
Yes. I heard that. I heard and my 8th graders love Xbox. Yes, I heard that. I heard that. So aren't 8th graders kids?
If we don't even get along like this, she wouldn't lie for me. She let her put me on blast. So I'm asking you, real shit here. Now this is a teacher that's in the classroom every day. Her children, her first graders love Nintendo, Mario. But her 8th graders talking about playing that Battlefield. Yeah, talking about playing that Dewey. Because it's more mature, right? I mean, like, come on,
They're 8th graders. You're not making a point. You're talking about 8th graders. You're like, you're saying, 8th graders are more mature than 1st graders. 8th graders are kids, fool.
Huh?
8th graders are kids. You are 13. You are 13 years old. You are 13 years old in the 8th grade. That is a kid. You just destroyed yourself. You just destroyed yourself. 8th graders are 13. 8th graders are going. 8th graders are going through puberty. You guys heard that. You guys heard that. He said 8th graders aren't children. Congratulations. 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 Guys know since 8th graders are so mature, I guess I'll just go touch one. Because surely that'll be legal. Right, guys?
You're a teenager. Listen, you can touch someone in high school and it not be legal. What are you saying, Joe?
I'm saying 8th graders are kids. I'm saying 8th graders are kids.
You can touch a senior in high school and it not be legal. What are you talking about, Joe?
You said 8th graders are kids. I mean, your wife just said and 8th graders like Xbox. So she just said kids like Xbox.
My 8th grade kids.
Did your wife not just say?
18, but she's still what? She's still my kid, right?
Did your wife not just say that kids like Xbox?
Okay, so what are you saying? That she's calling them a kid?
I'm saying that destroys your argument completely.
You're still what? You're still your parents' what? Kid? Is this a figure of speech? What are you talking about, Joe? Come on.
Now we're speaking figuratively. You guys.
Hey, so be bugging. Hey, so you trying to listen, man. Listen, man. I can
figuratively.
Listen, I can argue forever. So you talking silly right now, man. You listen.
I'm not the one saying 8th graders are mature.
Listen, I'm 30, right? And I'm still my mother's what? Kid, right? So what the fuck does that mean? What?
You're your mother's child, but you are not a kid.
Oh man. Hey, Show, man. Oh man. Okay, give me something else, Show.
No, what? No, wait. What kind of grown mama? What kind of grown mama? Listen. What kind of grown mama looks at her 30-year-old son and says, "That's my kid"? They don't refer to us as kids. What are you talking about?
That's what they say.
What are you talking about?
That's what they say. That's my son, right?
Yes, exactly. They don't say that's my kid. They say that's my son.
Oh, well, I call my 18. I call that's my son. That's my kid, right? That's my kid. That's my child. How many children you have? When they ask your motherfucking parents how many kids do you have? What did they say? I have 5 kids. I have 5 adults.
Even when they do say kids.
Come on.
When they say kids, when they say kids, they are not saying that in the sense that, they're children.
I have a kid that dropped out of school. Hey, what are you talking about, Shil? Come on. It's not.
Dude, you're really trying to save face now. You are really trying to save face now.
Who's trying to save face?
Because if when parents seldomly do refer to their children, their grown children as kids, they're not saying that they're actual kids. They're not saying that they're actual kids. So
I'm saying basically, past a certain age, nobody wants to play the goddamn Wii. Prime example.
So
my son,
I got a question. I got a question.
Christmas an Xbox.
I got a question. Are you a kid?
Am I a kid? No, I'm a grown ass man.
But your mom refers to you as her kid.
Oh yeah, she said how many? They asked how many kids she had.
So you're a kid.
She said I have one kid.
So you're a kid. So you're a kid because that's what your mom refers to you as, right?
It's your bugging, man. Go back to self, man. Go back to self. Go back to self. Go back to self. You bugging.
Does your mom call? Does your mom? So, no. Okay. So your mom. See, no. Listen to this. Listen to this. You are denying that you're a kid. Listen.
You told me that Blue Dragon sold 850,000 copies when the fucking Xbox.
I admit it was a bad example.
And the Wii been out for 6 goddamn years.
I admit it was a bad example.
Children don't want to play no fucking Xenoblade.
I admit it was a bad example, but let's get back to what we were currently talking about, because now you're going back to a different topic.
I didn't say get back there. You want to know what my mother calls me? She calls me a black bastard. Fine, fuck it. Get back to sales. Let's go.
No, I'm saying, no. Let's finish this up. Okay, so you're saying you're not a kid, right?
I'm saying I'm not a kid.
You're not a kid. Okay.
I don't want to play.
Okay, so what point are you making? What point are you making when you're talking about your mom calls you her kid? What point are you making?
No one past adolescence wants to be younger than fucking is not been through puberty wants to play a goddamn Wii is what I'm saying.
That did not answer my question.
What is your question?
That didn't answer my question.
What's the question?
The point you were making when you were talking about my mom calls me her kid. I'm saying, what point are you trying to make when you're denying that you're a kid?
I'm asking you. So you're saying if someone was to ask your mother how many kids or how many children they have, what's she supposed to say?
You're still sidestepping. You're not answering the question.
I'm not sidestepping.
You're not answering the question. I'm asking you what point were you making?
Or your father goes to work and then goes, how many kids do you have? Shokio's parents, how many kids or how many children do you have? Give them a number.
And does your parents calling you a kid make you a kid?
No.
Thank you. Okay then, exactly. Okay, so you're not a kid. 8th graders are kids. 8th graders like the Xbox.
Teenagers.
There we go.
Teenagers.
Can we agree on that?
They're teenagers.
They're kids, right? Are 8th graders kids? Yes or no?
High schoolers are kids.
So 8th graders are kids.
You can call a 21-year-old a kid. Depends on the person that you give.
But you just said yourself calling. You just said yourself somebody calling you a kid doesn't make you a kid.
So what you call? So what makes it? They're teenagers. So what the fuck are you saying, man?
They're going through puberty. Their balls are dropping. They are still kids at that age. That is middle school. Do you not understand that?
What, Shokio? So what?
Middle school is 12, 13 years old.
Hold on one second. Hold on.
This is such a simple concept to understand.
Hold on.
All right, man.
Hold on, show. Okay, get it back there. Okay. No, anyway, as I was saying, and so it doesn't matter. I can be talking about a 20-year-old kid. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I don't get what you're saying though. So you're saying because they're in 8th grade, and that's right, they're going through puberty, their balls are dropping, they want to play fucking.
I'll explain to you what I was saying, because here's what originally happened. Okay, your wife said, the whole 1st grader, 8th grader thing, and then I said 8th graders are kids, and then you said, well, my mom calls me a kid all the time. That's what you said.
I said no. I said that's what I said. I'm my mother's kid. You're your mother's kid.
But you said that your mom refers to you as, you said parents refer to their children as kids.
Nothing to do with what my mother calls me, my Nintendo's fan base. What are you talking about?
We're not even talking about that right now. You were somehow trying to say that. Okay. I see you're going to sidestep this forever, so I guess we'll move on to something else.
You know what mother calls me. She calls me a gritty black bastard. Next. question. My mother calls me.
Oh man.
Yeah, what?
Hold on.
Do you want to get back to sales?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay, bring it. Because you compared, when you lost that one, you compared the Blue Dragon to Xenoblade.
Yeah. Like I said, that was a bad example. Yeah.
Okay, give me something else.
Let me see. I don't pay attention to sales much, so I have to search this shit.
There's no discussion. I mean, we're saying what their biggest user, their fan base is. Sales are important. They always, numbers don't lie. I told you that before we came. I said numbers don't lie. And I also told you the reason why Nintendo didn't want Grand Theft Auto on their system because they didn't want to piss off parents because parents wouldn't buy that system for their children because they scared they would ask for their goddamn game. Exactly. Right? Am I right?
As I said earlier,
all right.
There's a difference between including and being exclusive to.
And you said, and another thing that you said that the reason why the GameCube didn't get any really good third-party support because of the disc size, is it was really about the goddamn disc size. It's called multiple discs. Okay?
Do you know why the N64 didn't get as much third-party support as the PS1 did?
No, I know why they didn't.
Why?
Because they geared their audience towards fucking children.
No, wrong. It didn't have the third-party support because it used cartridges. Yes.
Listen, cartridges are far more. They're more expensive than goddamn.
These are commonly known facts of Nintendo's poor third-party history. So what is it about cartridges versus CDs that made people not want to develop on the N64?
Cartridges are more expensive than CDs. I remember.
That's not the point.
Prime example. I never forget. I was in the 3rd grade. I wanted Mike Tyson's Punch Out on my fucking Nintendo, and my grandmother paid $70 fucking for that cartridge. $70 fucking for that cartridge.
Do you know the difference between?
Cartridges cost more than fucking CDs.
Do you know the difference between a cartridge and a CD? Do you know the big advantage of a CD over a cartridge?
Do I know the biggest advantage for what? I'm sorry, say what I can. I'm with you. Say it again.
Do you know the advantage CDs have over cartridges?
Maybe space.
Exactly. Now, Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy games on the PS1, they were actually originally supposed to go to the N64, but they didn't. And you know why?
Because Nintendo pissed them off?
Because the disk space. And that is a fact.
Nintendo?
That is a fact.
No,
you can't debate that. That is factual video game history.
Just like the PlayStation 1 was supposed to be an attachment for Nintendo. But Nintendo fucking did shady business with Sony. That's why we had a goddamn PlayStation. Nintendo's were assholes.
What does that have to do? What does that have to do with anything?
You said that if you have a multi-million-dollar fan system seller, right? You have millions of goddamn systems out there in the world, and Nintendo's big into Japan. They don't give a fuck whether it's on a CD or a cartridge. They don't give a fuck about that. They didn't put the goddamn. It wasn't about space. They didn't put the goddamn.
Oh, you guys heard it. He said it wasn't about space.
Listen.
You guys heard that. He said it wasn't about space.
You said the same thing for the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3, okay? You said the same goddamn thing. The reason why the motherfucking developers, they were fucking, whatever's big, the fucking user market, they fucking put those, they fucking shrink the game down and put them on a goddamn Xbox 360 or dual.
Yes, that and the fact that the 360 is the lead platform this generation for development.
But listen. At the time, Nintendo was still a far bigger name than the goddamn PlayStation. Okay, just being real. They didn't think Sony would fucking. You tell me a company's gonna take a shot in the dark on a system that may never be here next year?
Dude, go look at. No. I want you to actually Google it. The reason why the N64 did not get Final Fantasy was because of the cartridges. That is the exact reason why. It's not an opinion. It's not a guess on my part. It is an actual fact. You can look up yourself. It was because of the cartridges.
I just answer this, okay? So you're going to tell me that it had nothing to do with the Nintendo and doing shady business with Square Enix? It had nothing to do with that.
With Square Enix?
Yeah, it had nothing to do with that.
You
right?
mean Sony?
No, Nintendo. It had nothing to do. The reason why the motherfuckers stopped fucking with Nintendo is because they was, like I said, they've been for years that they've been shady towards third-party support. Yeah, you told me it had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, because there is no third-party support on the Super Nintendo, right?
I'm sorry. That had nothing. I'm sorry. This is before. That had nothing to do with it, right? This is what you told me. It had nothing to do with it, right?
It's the cartridges.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Was Nintendo not like the lead company and the lead platforms for the NES and the Super Nintendo? Weren't they dominating?
Yeah. Well, Genesis too. You can't.
Okay, but it's still. I mean, it's still one.
They were neck and neck with Genesis. The NES ruled. Then the Genesis was up there with the motherfucking Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo still beat it out though, like hands down.
That wasn't hands down. Like Genesis.
I mean, Genesis was great, but the Super Nintendo.
Now you can't say that this. Now if you said motherfucking Sega Saturn or something, they didn't just wipe the floor with them. The Super Nintendo didn't just wipe the floor with the Sega Genesis.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that they beat out the Genesis. Okay. They were still the leaders in the industry. Okay, so. If they won for 2 generations in a row, they had third-party support, strong third-party support for 2 generations in a row. They had the biggest user base for 2 generations in a row. Okay. Why all of a sudden would developers say, "Oh, Nintendo's for kids, so we're not going to put our games on that system"?
Okay, ask yourself the same question. Why did all of a sudden developers drop off Sony dick and hop on Xbox dick? Huh? Why? Because
of the cell architecture.
Sony got cocky and stopped giving a fuck. Started one of the motherfuckers. Assassin's Creed was supposed to be an exclusive. You know what I mean? Assassin's Creed was supposed to be a Sony fucking exclusive. But no, I mean Sony. You know what I mean?
Dude, the reason why Sony didn't start off with great third-party support was because of the cell architecture. Are you serious? Do you seriously not know this?
No. The PlayStation 2, are you serious? Sony was, it wasn't just because Microsoft was out there beating knocking down motherfuckers' door, giving motherfuckers, but here, bring that shit over to my platform. Bring it over here. It wasn't just
that played a role too, but a huge factor was the cell architecture. It was too hard to program for back in the day. That's why there was a lot of, for that period of time, we had those 360 and PS3 multiplans.
That it's not harder to develop from the cell. Listen.
I'm saying that's the main factor.
No, it's the main.
They launched last. They launched after the 360, and they were hard to develop for.
Okay, listen. Prime example. And you gotta be honest. You take last generation when you had the Xbox and you had the PlayStation 2. Everything was made on the PlayStation 2, right, first, and then maybe they ported it over to the Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now this next generation, it wasn't so much the case, me. Now Sony still had the bigger name. Sony still had a bigger name than Microsoft, right? Still, be honest. At that point, they still had a bigger name than Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But what Microsoft started doing, they started giving money towards developers and telling them, hey, bring your game over here, make it over here. It's easy over here.
That's a small piece of the puzzle.
Oh, come on, bro. Motherfuckers like money. Well, they don't give a fuck. If they're in the business to make games, they're developers.
Look, dude. The 360 launched a year before the PS3. It was easy to develop for. The architecture was similar to that of a PC. Those reasons played a bigger role in the 360's third-party support than Microsoft just money adding.
Okay, listen. What you're saying, okay, now when the PlayStation 3 came out the following year, Microsoft still outsold it month for fucking month. You can say the same thing for the goddamn Wii. The Wii came out and outsold their goddamn body. It came out with it doesn't matter when you launch a show. That means nothing. If that's the case, the Wii wouldn't be in first place right now.
I'm not saying that means you'll automatically win. I'm saying it's a huge advantage. And the reason why the Wii sold that much was just because of its price point, and the casuals love the motion controller.
And even when the fucking PlayStation, take away the lead that Microsoft had, before the PlayStation.
And Microsoft still would have had better third-party support than Sony because Sony went with the sale. And
Microsoft outsold PlayStation 3 here in the States month after fucking month.
Yes, that's what happens when a system launches at $600.
I bought it.
At $600?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Day one, I'm a gamer. I'm a money long like train smoke, man. I do
So
this.
even if the 360 and PS3 launched at the same time, the 360 still would have been outselling it.
I don't think so.
Dude, $400 versus $600.
Sony had that name.
$400 versus
Sony had that name.
$600.
I don't think
So you're telling me that a $600 console would have beat the 360 in
And
sales?
you know what? Yeah, Sony had that name.
Oh my god.
What they showed at E3 2005? Hell yeah.
Oh
Hell,
my
yeah,
god.
you serious? The Sony showed at that rendered shit that they showed at E3 2005. Motherfuckers have been sold they goddamn kid. They got to blame with God.
You mean all those CGI videos?
Yeah, hell yeah. That was our first glimpse at HD. Are you serious? You think some of this shit wasn't real? That was our first glance at HD. That was the first time HD game. Are you serious?
Oh my
If you
god.
had a big screen TV, unless you play video games on Channel 3,
So
you know
the
what I mean?
so the PS3 would have outsold the 360. That's what
So,
in 2000. That's what you're telling me.
listen, and they would have listened. From going by what they showed there at E3 2005, hell yeah.
Here's the thing, dude. You're speaking for yourself.
Shokio, I know I'm a little older than you, but think about it. Nobody was really fucking counting on the 360 to do as much as it did. Everybody was talking about the PlayStation 3. Everybody was talking about the goddamn PlayStation 3. And I'm an Xbox fan. This shit they showed at E3 2005 was awesome.
Like I said, you're pretty much just speaking for yourself, dude.
What
You're
people
pretty
say-
much speaking for yourself.
You talk, listen, you gotta think, but you listen. I don't know how old you are, but you probably wasn't grown, but I don't know, you weren't an adult back in 2005, you weren't grown? You
Huh?
weren't grown? Huh?
What?
You wasn't grown in 2005, right? Am I mistaken?
I was 11 in 2005.
Okay, fine. So $600 is a lot of money to you, right? That's a lot of money to you.
Yeah.
But I'm a gamer, I'm an adult, that was nothing. That ain't about nothing. Bang, bang, let's get there, let's get that. Let's get that. That's nothing. I'm a gamer, let's get that. You talk about from a child standpoint, no? But your mother would have bought you that motherfucking Wii, though. You're 11 years old.
Okay.
You looking at that?
I'm 18. I'm 18 now. If the PS4 launched at 600 and the 720 launched at 400, I would get the 720 at 18. So your point is null.
Are you gainfully employed?
Yes.
Okay, you work? Yeah, but
Yes.
I ain't talking about at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffle. You have a good job.
I have two jobs. I have one main job and a side job.
Listen, so this is not a stab at you. You also live in Dallas, Texas. You know what I mean? I'm in Jersey. Listen, real talk. I'm in Jersey, and we make a lot more money than you guys do down in down south. This is real talk, okay? So $600 $600 may be a lot of money to you and people in the south. And it's not a joke. I'm not being real.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
So you saying you screaming $600? I'm telling you, that's not a really big deal for me. It's nothing.
Exactly for
Hey,
you.
so look at some other people. I go with 17 tablets. That's nothing. That does this, man.
Exactly,
I'm not bragging,
for you.
I'm not boasting. I just, I'm in the gadgets.
For you, for certain areas, for certain
Okay.
markets, but not the world. You gotta look at the bigger picture.
Okay, but you said for me, I can't speak for the bigger. I'm speaking where I'm from, and there's nothing.
Well,
People
you
I know
can't do that. You have to look at the world.
I'm not saying that I'm rich, but I'm saying that I'm a gamer. I'm a grown man who's gainfully employed. If I want that PlayStation 3, I will go to GameStop and put $25 down a week. No, I mean, if I want to get that motherfucking PlayStation 3 alone, because I bought it day one, $600.
Like I said, you're talking about yourself.
The controllers didn't even vibrate. They didn't even fucking rumble day one. I mean, just be real. But okay, what's your next topic? What's your you still have
You were bringing up the topics because you kept on jumping to different things.
You was on VG Chart. You was going to give me some numbers for some sales.
Actually, stop doing that.
Yeah. Hey, Shok, man. I think you lost this debate, man.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you told me that they didn't put Final Fantasy on the N64 because Nintendo was for kids.
Yeah. Huh? What'd you say?
I said you said that they didn't put Final Fantasy on the N64 because Nintendo was for kids.
No, that's not what I said, Shok. Don't put words in my mouth.
What?
No. What I said was one of the reasons why they didn't probably put fantasy, whatever for Final Fantasy on Nintendo 64 because you said the card. I said because Nintendo also was shitty towards third-party developers. They thought they shit didn't stink. Then Sony came along and like I said,
Nintendo. When did Nintendo?
Shokio, I didn't say anything about children. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything about kids. I didn't say that. That's not what I said.
When did Nintendo screw over third-party developers?
They've been shitty for them since motherfucker had the NES. Google that. Motherfucker, that's why Nintendo, they've been for years. People were saying how shitty Nintendo has been.
Nintendo had plenty of third-party support back then.
Listen, Sony has been the same goddamn. Understand? Listen, here's the thing. Real talk. You can Google this shit for your damn self. When Sony was not willing to help the developers develop games for their goddamn system, Microsoft did. They let fucking studios, they let developers use their studios to make games for the goddamn Xbox 360. Sony did not want to help the fucking developers. They did not want to help. That's why. It wasn't because of the sale. That wasn't, motherfucker, there are fucking, this is what that's their job. It's the shit you walk dogs for a living. And you say, I'm not going to walk that dog because it's a great day and he's big because he's going to drive me down the street. That's your fucking job. You get used to it.
What does this have to do with third-party support for the NES?
No, I'm just giving you why. You said because the cartoon. No, you said because I said because of children. I said no. I said one of the reasons is because Nintendo was real shitty towards third-party fucking.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you listed. Yeah.
Okay. I didn't say anything.
You mentioned kids too,
I
but
anything about Final Fantasy and children. I didn't say that, show. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say that.
okay. And then I asked, when did Nintendo screw over third parties? And you haven't answered that question. You started talking about Sony and
I said,
Microsoft.
right after the NES came out, then you had Super Nintendo. That's when they started acting shitty. When the Super Nintendo came out. Real talk. That's when they started acting shitty.
So why did they get third-party games?
By the time the fucking N64 came out, it was like fucking Lady Gaga. Forget about it. It was big as my goddamn purple. Forget about it.
I want you to go to Google, type in Final Fantasy,
So
Nintendo, N64, cartridges, use those keywords, and I want you to read it for yourself.
And so I didn't say that you were wrong, but I said,
If I'm not wrong, then why are you arguing?
I'm telling you, their business model maybe had a lot to do with it also. People have been talking about Nintendo. The developers been talking about Nintendo for years in the industry and how they treated, how they were so shitty.
But look, man, third-party developers, they pretty much didn't.
Yeah, he said, but look, man, what happened? What you say?
Like I was about to say for you, cut me off. Look, Sony announced that they were entering the console business. Okay, now that was their. Can I speak?
Okay, I'm all right.
Okay, they haven't had any previous experience where this is their first system. Okay, third-party developers did not know how well the PS1 would do. So so this is a new company with a new system that has never been made before. This is Nintendo's third system.
It wasn't the first year that was out either, so.
This was Nintendo's third system. A very established name in the gaming industry. Let me finish.
Okay.
Very famous.
Before you go to something else, I want to address what you said, though. Okay. Let me know when I can talk. Don't want you to switch. Don't go no. I want to address what you said right in the last 2 lines. Okay. Can I speak or no?
Can I keep going?
Okay. No. Okay.
Okay, like I was saying, third-party developers, they had no idea how well the PlayStation would do. Okay, so even if Nintendo was treating these third parties just like crap, like you're making it out to be like, then why would they, like, if even that was true, why would they choose the PlayStation that wasn't even released yet over the N64, an established, brand name console, Nintendo? Why would they choose that new system that's yet to be released to make their games on? Why would they do that? When they don't know, they have no idea how well that system's going to do. Why would they do that?
Listen, what year did Final Fantasy come out? What year was it that it came out for the after the PlayStation been out? Because it sold pretty well when it came out. It outsold the motherfucking Sega Saturn. What year?
I don't know.
I mean, how many? First, find out how many years into that console's lifetime before they put that, because I had a PlayStation.
Final Fantasy is not the only game. I'm just using it as an example.
No. We were talking about Final Fantasy right now. We're talking about Final Fantasy.
Yes, that's an example I'm using.
Okay,
yes.
no. We're talking about Final Fantasy. I think he was going to do this. We're talking about Final Fantasy. Okay. You act like Final Fantasy was a launch title. Okay. The PlayStation was on the market for a couple years. It had a big user base. That's when they put the motherfucking Final Fantasy on the PlayStation. It wasn't a launch title. Now, if you said it was a launch title, then you had something to go. You had a leg to stand on. It was out for a couple years.
But you realize that it takes years to develop a game. So they decided to develop the game on the PlayStation before the PlayStation got its huge user base.
I'll let you speak. Can I finish? Can I finish? That's all I'm saying. Okay. I mean, I was there day one for the PlayStation. I had the Ridge Racing. I was there day one, okay? But you're acting like, and all I ever said to you was, I'm not negating the fact that the cartridges, okay, fine. But I'm telling you, the way that Nintendo did their business had a lot to do with it also, okay? They didn't want to help anybody. They didn't want to fucking let the people use their tool, charge people arm and leg for them to develop.
And I'm saying Final Fantasy would have went to the N64 if it had discs.
They charge small companies an arm and a leg for their fucking dev kits. You know what I mean? Nintendo did some.
That's true, but that's not the reason why.
I'm saying that most likely, on paper, that might was because of cartridges. But behind the scenes, I'm guarantee you that it has a lot to do with.
But see, there you go with conjecture. I'm talking fact. You're talking about what you think or how you feel.
Okay, one for sure. I'll get to you. Cause you're gonna be right. You're gonna be right even when you're wrong, or wrong when you're right. So fuck it. One for sure. All right.
I'm wrong.
No, I said you're right. I get to you. You're right. Okay.
Do you actually mean that?
Huh?
Nothing.
No, I'm just saying. No, I mean, listen, you want to be right when you're wrong anyway. You just the old great debater, so it's fine.
You can throw that at anybody, dude. So I mean.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, you got it.
Anything else you want to bring up?
No, so, you know what I mean? I want you, I guess I would.
You want to list more proof how the PS3 would have outsold the 360 at $600?
Yeah, because like I said, you don't understand. You live in Dallas, Texas. I'm not hiking. You were 11 years old when it came out.
Oh my God, I already handled this.
Okay, I'm just saying. Where I'm from, and I'm from the ghetto, yo. You know what I mean? I got money. You know what I mean? I'm not glorifying
where you are from does not matter. How much money you have does not matter.
$600 is not a big deal. $600 is not a big deal for a person, for an adult gamer, if you're gainfully employed. It's not. No.
So why didn't the PS3s fly off shelves?
Because it was. You know the problems that the fucking PlayStation 3 had out of the gate.
How many problems did the 360 have? More than the PS3, and that still sold well.
A, it had games. Okay, A, the 360 had games. B, the motherfucking PlayStation 3.
But you said yourself the PlayStation 3 had the PlayStation name.
So let me finish. Fucking 2, the fucking PlayStation 3. If your TV didn't do motherfucking 720, your TV didn't do 1080i, it bumped the signal down to motherfucking 480i. Okay, you couldn't play the game in HD.
Same thing with 360.
No, so what are you talking about? So you're lying. My TV, I had a big screen TV and it did 1080i. The fucking 360 supported 1080i. It did 1080i, 720p. It didn't do 1080p at launch. That was an update later on at one of the E3s. So what are you talking about? So no. The 360 did 1080i.
I didn't say it didn't.
Yes, you said so it's a 360. What are you talking about?
What did you say about the PS3?
I said the reason why it didn't sell well, it had a lot of problems out of the gate.
No, I'm saying the reason you were talking about with the resolutions or whatever.
Oh, it said if the PS3, if you had a flat screen TV, like I did it at first before I put the 1080p TV, and my TV did 1080i. The fucking PlayStation 3 didn't do 1080i. Okay.
Oh, I thought you said it didn't do 1080p. I thought that's what you said.
No,
My bad.
No.
Misheard.
Right after that's why I bought a new TV. I bought me a 1080p TV. I bought the Samsung.
But nobody's gonna refrain from buying a PS3 though, just because it doesn't support 1080i.
Oh, no, are you serious? That's high definition. You're gonna play a game in fucking 40. You're not gonna play the motherfucking Xbox 360 in fucking high definition, and I'm gonna play a fucking $600 console and stand.
See, and look what you're doing now. First, earlier you were saying that the PS3 would have outsold the 360.
A lot of problems out of the gate. What are you talking about?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about I'm bringing something else from the previous conversation. You were talking about how if the 360 launched, in 2006 with the PS3 would have outsold it. And now you are like basically listing reasons as to why the PS3 wouldn't beat the 360. So now you're contradicting yourself.
No, listen, that's it though.
Because now you're saying, oh, people didn't buy it because it had a lot of problems. It didn't support 1080i. And earlier you said that the PS3 would have beat the 360.
Oh, listen.
So now you're contradicting yourself.
They both would have came out side by side, right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known what the fucking 360 could have did, right? I wouldn't know. So now we have something to compare the fucking PlayStation 3 to. Now it's not as good as the goddamn 360, okay? Now PlayStation doesn't have that name to carry them over into the next goddamn generation. Okay? Because it came out a year later. I understand that 360 had the red ring of death, I understand that. But visually, it looked a lot better than a PlayStation 3. Hands down. Am I right?
So, you're saying that the 360 would have beat the PS3 if it launched in 2006?
No, it would, you know what, not out of the gate because Sony had the name. Sony had the name, and if the 360 were to play catch up.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. You started listing all these reasons, all these problems the PS3 had at launch, and you're trying to tell me that at $600 with all those problems, it would have outsold the 360. So you're saying the PS3 would have won, but then you go ahead and list a bunch of the advantages the 360 had over the PS3.
I said, listen. This is what I'm saying, okay? Don't switch around. What I'm saying is, if they both were launched together, right? Day one, side by side.
Yeah.
But the sales of the PlayStation 3, I believe in my heart, would have been a lot better out of the gate than the 360, okay? Because you had nothing to compare it to. Maybe later on down the gate, when people realize that the fucking games on the Xbox used to look better than the PlayStation 3, then the flip side, then I believe that, then I believe that, like that, I can buy a system for cheaper, and the games look better. I'm gonna go with the motherfucking.
There actually would be games to compare because it would still be multiplats, and the multiplats still would have looked better on the 360.
Okay, all right, so you win. You win.
Yeah.
So you shout out, man.
Because the 360 has easier architecture, so even if they launch at the same time, developers would still know what they're doing with the 360. They wouldn't know what they're doing with the PS3.
Ask you a question. Ask you an honest question.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I debate you better than MVP?
Definitely. You're actually the best one because you actually got me on one point with the
Hey, show. That's all I wanted, man.
With the what was it What game did I Blue Dragon? Yeah.
That's all, man.
Like if I'm wrong, I'm gonna say I'm wrong, whatever.
Hey, show. You slept on me, show.
What?
You slept on me, show.
Yeah, for a brief second there. but yeah, I mean, you ain't dumb though, man. Like,
yeah.
Thanks for not being one of those stupid, typical.
Yeah, hey, so this is dumb, man. I do this shit for you, but like, I'm a gamer. Like I said, at the end of the day, I pop a lot of shit, swallow spit, but I'm a gamer. I've been doing this shit for years. You know what I mean? This is what I do. You know what I mean? Your boy might be a little rough around the edges, but you know what I mean? I'm a gamer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I enjoyed this, man. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
You got it, man. Hey, yo, man, subscribe to my channel, man. Help me blow up, man. I'm in the kid on the block.
All right, I'll check you out because I didn't even know about you until today. So.
Hey, all this shit. I've been talking shit about all you jokers, man. You serious?
Yeah, nobody sent me your videos or anything.
No more. I mean, yo, you didn't get my messages I sent you?
I don't check my damn inboxes.
Look, see, you're a superstar on YouTube, man. You gotta stop that, man.
I get too many messages like daily, like.
Okay, I don't get. You know what? I check all. I don't get that many. But no, what happened was that I think a few months ago when you debated that Spanish guy, and you said I followed you on Ustream. You said you wouldn't do the debate, and I was trying to get at you since then. You said send you a message, inbox you didn't reply. I thought maybe because my channel was small, you wasn't deep. Man.
No, I'm not like that, man. I'll debate anybody.
Hey, man, I don't give, you know, I mean, it is what it is, man. I told you.
I'll debate you if you don't do videos. You know, it's whatever.
Yeah. I see your boy Dr. Trey mad at me, man. He said I'm trying to. Yeah, I tore his ass up. I'll be real. I don't understand the purpose of that video, right? He's bragging about, fucking the fucking 360 be there 10 years old by the fucking.
No, he's not bragging, man. He's not bragging.
So what is he saying though?
The only reason why Nintendo fans ever, do the comparison is because Nintendo haters did the comparison first. You see what I'm saying?
No, but then why did the comparison first? When they showed the E3, it looked too much better.
No. People did comparisons like when the Wii U was announced before even E3 2011. People were going to be like, oh, it's going to be on par with current gen. I don't know if you didn't notice, but everybody around the internet was saying that mess.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, honestly, because Nintendo was so secretive about the specs and also the games that they showed a bunch of games. I think they showed in-game footage from the Xbox 360 at last year E3. You know what I mean? The little cutscenes and all that shit with the 360 version. And what they showed this year at E3 didn't look too much better than what we're playing right now. So that's why Nintendo, you know what I mean? That's why.
Yeah,
all I ever said was, you know what I mean? I noticed this difference, especially getting high definition. That's all I ever said. Really, you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you had a high definition TV and you had you like the Xbox or not, and you went from the Xbox to the Xbox 360 and you played Call of Duty 2, hey, come on, man, you can't too much like.
Yeah, because that was a format leap.
Yeah, that shit blew my mind. That was the first time I seen HD. Like, oh my god, like this shit is.
Yeah, that's because it was a leap to a new format. But now we're going to be staying in HD for a while until Ultra HD, so you're not going to see as huge of a leap. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, but I do believe that I can tell the difference between the Xbox 720 when it does drop, an Xbox 720 game than an Xbox 360 game. I don't think that Microsoft or Sony will let the Wii U launch a whole year before them and come out with something that's basically on par with them. I don't see it happening, Joe.
No, I'm not saying the PS4 and 720 are going to be on par with the Wii U. I'm expecting both of them to be stronger. Like, the only thing I've been saying this whole time is I'm not expecting a huge leap with any of the consoles, and the Wii U is not going to be, like way more powerful than current gen or ever, but it will be more powerful.
You had jokers like DC saying that that the Wii U is going to be 20% more powerful than the Xbox 720,
but 20% is not a lot.
No.
Oh, he said 720.
He said.
That was a rumor on IGN.
Yeah, he said that the Wii U was going to be 20% more powerful than the Xbox 720. Dark Cloud said that.
Yeah, that came from IGN. Yeah.
Okay. That's all. And I said then from the dev kit that this guy's trying to sell online, Dr. Trey was talking about the gigs of RAM. I got a video with SD. One of my videos talking about Wii U will be an 8th generation system, and I'm talking about the specs that SDK released. And it posted the dev kit has 3 gigs of RAM for the Wii U. So you said the dev kits have more RAM than the actual console units, the retail unit. So it usually has more half the amount of RAM. I know that much.
Yeah.
So the Wii U is going to come out with most likely 1.5 gigs of RAM. That's the same thing Dr. Trey said. And I said the dev kit the Durango kit supposedly have between 8 and 12 gigs of RAM in it. This is what the people are saying. You know what I mean?
Well, firstly, that was rumor. Secondly, did you see the leaked 720 documents?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, those documents already confirmed that the 720 is going to have 2 gigs of RAM. So that pretty much debunks that rumor there.
No, not that. The one I see. You know what? So you got a lot of shit thrown around out there. I seen one that had 4 gigs of RAM with it. And I seen what some of it says it's going to be 8
Did that come from the leaked documents?
Yeah, from DG leaks. I read one.
All the ones from the leaked documents I've seen, they've all said 2 gigabytes.
I got a video on that one too. The one I got says 8 times more powerful.
Like I've seen rumors, saying 4 and whatever, but I'm talking about the leaked documents, the actual official leaked documents that Microsoft got their lawyers to take down. That document said 2 gigabytes of RAM.
And also, I thought, the one I saw said 4 gigs. I don't know what.
That was probably just a rumor from some site you saw, because I promise that didn't come from the documents or whatever. So.
But I don't see how I can have for what they're saying they can do. I don't see how I can have goddamn 2 gigs of RAM because they're talking about you're gonna be able to switch between It's always going to be on. You know what I mean? And you can go from your game for TV to something else and leave all these goddamn windows open.
Two gigs of RAM is plenty for a console.
But now it's saying it's gonna have an NVIDIA graphics card was supposed to be AMD.
Oh, I mean, look at the 360. You know, the 360 could do connect, play music, and cross game chat at the same time with just.
How did you not like the 360, man, before the PlayStation 3? I don't understand that, man.
What?
How did you not like the 360 before the?
They ain't got no exclusives anymore.
I mean, what? I mean, you got Gears, you got Halo, you got Halo.
I like the 360. I just wouldn't buy another because they're just. Is there any exclusives there?
Man. So you ain't fucking with the Xbox 720?
I will as long as Microsoft gives me some exclusives.
Microsoft, you know they had talked about Sony, right? You heard about that?
Yeah, I saw a video on that. Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
I think that would be like freaking hilarious. Because their fan base is like wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
I think that'll be real interesting though, because that would pretty much pressure Nintendo, and that'll make Nintendo work harder. Because Nintendo's like extra lazy and shit.
Oh shit, man. But anyway, man, I appreciate the chat, man, the Skype thing, man. Appreciate the show, man. Give me a shout out on your channel, man. Let jokers know about me, man. I'm here, man.
All right, man.
You gotta take care, bro.
All right, man. See you.
All right.
That was a pretty fun debate. Outside of what he said about the PS3 outselling the 360, the GameCube's this size not being the problem with third-party support, and the N64 cartridges, that's 3 major points. But outside of that, he did pretty good. He did pretty good. But yeah, like I said, I use Blue Dragon, and that was like a really bad example, whatever. But there's examples out there. I just don't know any specific games. Basically, the point I was just making was new IPs don't sell as much as, established IPs. That's pretty much all I was saying. Yeah, I'm finna get this. I'm finna just freaking go offline on Skype. I'm tired of these niggas messaging me. Let me upload this. No, I'm not giving him too much credit. I'm not giving him too much credit. I mean, like I said, my point was right. My example, was just wrong. With the whole Blue Dragon thing. That's pretty much it. And I mean, like, and although, like when he was talking about, I'm going to upload it to ShokioZone. When he was talking about, what was he talking about? Like the Nintendo, not doing GTA stuff, yeah, that was right, but, that didn't necessarily prove anything. Yeah, I'm still in Texas. I never left Texas. What do you mean, am I still in Texas? Where's... Oh, okay. Well, guys, I'm going to hit the debate off, like,